Hi, everyone. It's Parul, your usual host. Today we have another episode of motivational interview with an exciting guest. I have Chitra Singh joining from all the way from India. So, Chitra, thank you very much for your time and thank you for joining our platform. And you're going to be sharing some exciting tips for our audience. Okay, so a little bit introduction of Chitra, and you can hear from her as well. So Chitra was in a corporate industry for many years, and she decided to walk out of the industry, and now she's a great, very highly professional sales mentor. She's helping many people, many professionals to grow their business. So what I would like to do is invite Chitra to tell us a bit about herself and her story. Chitra, thank you for joining. And can you please introduce yourself, what you do, and why you do it?
Thank you so much, first of all, Parul, for inviting me on this interview. It is a real pleasure to be here and to talk to you as well as your listeners. I love the work you're doing through Boost Your Confidence Academy, and I think confidence is a very essential part of everybody's life. To tell you a little more about my journey, like you had mentioned, I've spent over about 3 decades in corporate life. I've been in banking sales and worked in some of India's largest banks, heading the sales team across geographies, across verticals. And all along during my career, I found that I was the only woman in the room. And as a sales leader, I was always the only woman in the room. And I realized that sales is not a career which women choose proactively because they view it as not so suitable for women. Maybe there's too much of pressure, targets, traveling, male dominated. And there are so many myths and misconceptions associated with selling that it is not a career of choice for women. So after spending about 3 decades in corporate life, I realized that I don't want to do more of the same thing. And my passion was always helping women to be more confident and to negotiate confidently for what they deserve at work and in life. And because of this passion, I started my community, which is SalesWomentoring, which is India's first and only community, inspiring women to succeed at selling. The purpose of our community is to enable 1 million women to succeed at selling and to lead with confidence. Also, I love running. I am a fitness enthusiast. I love nature and I love singing too. So that is a little bit more about me.
Wow, I didn't know you like singing as well. Amazing. And thank you. I just love, because when you think of selling, people think it's men's job. A lot of time I don't see many women in sales jobs. So it's amazing that you want a huge, your desire to have a huge community of saleswomen. That's wonderful. And you've already started to create that. You got lots of women already on your community. That's
Yes.
wonderful. Well, thank you, Chitra. Thank you for sharing. So you talked about you came out of corporate world to create your own business. Can you go a bit more deep down why you decided specifically to focus on sell and helping women?
Right. So it's a good question. And I believe that selling is required in every aspect and every part of life. So when you're looking for a job, you need to sell yourself as a brand. When you're looking for an employee, as an employer or a company, you need to convince the employee to join, and which means that you need to sell your company and you need to sell to the employee that it is a good place to work in. Even if you're a project manager and you want the best resources, the best budgets for your project, you need to be able to sell that to the senior management. So if you're an HR head, you sell your company. If you're an employee looking for a job, you sell yourself. If you're a project head, you do. Even as a mother, we are doing selling all the time. We are convincing our children to eat carrots. We're convincing them to eat healthy food, study on time. So there is negotiation and convincing and persuasion involved in all aspects of life. And that is why I believe that selling is required in all aspects of life. So having convinced myself that selling was such an integral part of life, I also saw that women needed a lot of support in getting into sales. Even as entrepreneurs or small business owners or coaches or consultants, women did not go out there and promote themselves and talk about themselves and their brands, and they hesitated to sell. Most of them said, no, we don't like selling, or selling is not my cup of tea. And that is why I brought both these together and decided to start this community to encourage women and to provide an entire ecosystem which will mentor them and train them and upskill them to sell with confidence.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Chitra. Thanks for it. Now it's coming to ask you some more details on how, if you can share up to 5 tips, how women can sell with confidence. Because, as we talked about, sales is, one point sales is easy, another point is not. A lot of people struggle, even experienced people we've seen who've been in the selling business for somebody else, but when it comes to their own business, they struggle. They don't have that confidence. So if you could give us up to 5 tips on how women can sell with confidence, or how anybody could really sell with confidence.
Actually, these tips are meant for all. You're absolutely right. Whether woman or man, there are many who struggle, especially when they run their own businesses, because it's something which is new and you have to start from scratch and learn everything. So I feel that there are certain important things which all of us can do, man or woman, in order to succeed at selling. The first thing is to always be curious, always be learning, because when you're learning new things, you become an interesting person. And when you're an interesting person, you can have a conversation with the prospective customer and be as interesting. So first thing is you need to be curious, you need to be always learning, you need to be interested in people, because when you're selling, you need to remember that you're not selling to the CEO of a company, or you're not selling to the sales head of a company. That's just his or her title. You're selling to a human being with feelings, thoughts, and emotions. So at a human to human level, you need to connect with them and establish an emotional rapport or connection with them. And so if you remember that you're selling to a person, sales is not something you do to someone. Sales is something you do for someone. So you approach that person as a human being with the interest in serving them, in helping them, and in making a difference in their lives. I'm sure that will help you to succeed at selling. And the last thing is to be a master storyteller, because selling, again, emotions sell, facts only tell. And therefore, you connect your product or service with a powerful story and make the customer the center of the story, the hero or heroine of that story, and your product, which is the solution for their whatever problem or challenge they are facing. And I'm sure that will connect much better than talking about facts, figures, and statistics. So stories sell. So just to summarize, be curious, be a lifelong learner, always learn new things so that you remain interesting, connect with people at a human level, and be a master storyteller. So these would be my 5 tips for people to succeed.
Okay. No, really great. I love the, storytelling. What you mentioned is sometimes people don't see the storytelling comes with the sell. People, always provide facts and figures. Okay, I help this many people, this many, but, emotional connection is so important, because you talked about related to human. Yes. And when you relate our products and services to human and telling stories, that connect more and that touch the emotional point, because you talked about, selling is serving. You don't sell it to them, you sell for them. You are providing a service. Absolutely great point. And I think when people understand that I'm there to give value, serve people, people will be more open up. Yes, sell is not a boring job. Sell is not hard. Or sell is I'm just providing a service to somebody who is in need, who need the service.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Well summarized.
Yeah, great point, Chitra. Now, my final question to you is, if you were to leave one thoughts with our audience who's going through challenging time or who's been in business by struggling to sell, what would that be?
My personal belief is that the bridge between who you are and who you can be is confidence. So one needs to have self-belief, confidence, and then take positive action towards your goals. So even if it is slow progress, one step at a time, it's important to take that step, to take positive actions towards your goals every day. And then nothing can stop you from succeeding. So believe in yourself, be confident, and take action towards your goals every single day to enable you to succeed in life.
Great, absolutely. Taking one step a day takes you towards success. Great. So Chitra, if people want to get connected with you, what's the best way to get connection?
So we are present on all the social media, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and our website too, which is SalesWomentoring. So www.saleswomentoring. It is SalesWomentoring.com. And our Instagram and LinkedIn is the same handle, which is SalesWomentoring. And of course, you know my name, Chitra Singh. So you can connect with me on LinkedIn anytime for selling tips, or if you're facing any challenge in your life, at work, or in selling, you can get in touch with me.
Thank you very much, Chitra. Thanks for your time. To
Thank you.
audience, please do like and share our videos. You never know, your share could help someone with growing their business themselves as a person. So please do share, like, and stay tuned for more videos. We bring you a lot of free videos here to help you with your life and with your business and whatever you want to do with your life. So stay tuned, and thank you very much for watching. And thank you very much, Chitra, for your time today.
Thank you.